Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I thought I'd make a video of like sort of a make a card with me kind of thing. So you'll see me sketch an idea out and then ultimately make the card in the end. What I had in mind initially was using, I made an unboxing video if you want to check that out. It's 40 items. It's a bit of a lengthy video, but this is one of the items that I got. So it's cardstock. That has gold foil. It's from DCWV. It's really nice. So you have different kinds of polka dots. There's a plain set, there's diagonal lines, and then there's hearts. And then they have, like I said, the foil element to them. So I thought this would be really neat to use with this graduation die and stamp set. So I thought they would really complement each other. Initially, when I was thinking about making a graduation card, I thought of possibly making the card look like a graduation cap and making it a shaker card. But for this one, I think I want to make something small. So make a tiny card sort of similar to something like this. And then maybe punching a hole and putting an eyelet. And then having that hang on a gift or just like putting that in a gift without the hole. So making something small like this. Let me do this part first, and then I'll do this part. So what color do I want? I think I'm just gonna pull out some scrap paper here, open up the stamp, do the cookie. I've never used this. There's my Memento ink, because I'm gonna color it, and I learned that you have to use a specific kind of ink the hard way. So stamp that and then just drop it. Do not wiggle. It's very tempting to wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
You should not wiggle your stamps. It'll just end up ruining the lines. As you can see, did a bunch of oopsies, but like I said, you were definitely gonna see me make mistakes. So cap first. I think I was too excited to stamp the cookie, and I just kept stamping the cookie first. So cap first. Oops. Why? Because initially when I stamped the cookie, I forgot that the most iconic thing about a graduation cap, apart from the tassel, is that little dip there. Let me see if I can get you guys a bit closer. First time around, I did the cookie first. That was wrong. Second time around, I made a mask using just regular Post-it instead of using stamping or masking paper. And I did the same mistake again. I covered the dip. So third time around, put the graduation cap first. And then, you know what? I'm gonna make a mask out of this one too. I need at least the bottom. There we go. Hands are already inked, so be very careful to not ruin any of your work with smudges. All right, so ink is stamped, mask is put on. I'm gonna drop this. Let's see if I can fix it with a pen. So it's a little off center. Does it really matter? I mean, I don't care if you don't care. It's fine. It's fine. All right. I'm going to use Studio 71 markers. It has a brush tip and then that straight edge tip. I forgot what it's called. But it has these two sides, so it's a dual-sided marker. These are supposed to be Copic dupes. I liked them when I first got them, but there's a tendency for the lines to bleed, especially at the end. So I have to be super careful when I'm coloring the ends that I'm not saturating the paper too much. In terms of blending, it blends pretty well. I have a couple of projects that I'm gonna be posting so that you can see the different blends that I've gotten from these markers. So they're not bad if you want to save money, if you don't color that often, or I mean, you're not like a serious professional artist, which I'm not when it comes to like coloring with markers, then it's fine. It was it was a cheap get. I got a set of 48 at a relatively good price. It was a nice dupe for what I needed. So let me test it out on here first. So what I'm gonna do is and the way people blend their colors is differently. I've heard people say start off with light and then go to dark, so light, medium, dark I mean, and then I've heard people say it's the opposite way, or they use the opposite in the opposite direction. For me, honestly, I just switch. Sometimes I do the first way, sometimes I do the latter. Both have been fine for me. This is Praline, yeah, this is Praline. Praline, let me just look at the color. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of Praline. And I have to be careful because if you saturate the edge, it will bleed over the lines and it will ruin the stamp. And then this is Light Peach YR5. I'm gonna, do I want this? I'll use it. So this is light, yeah, okay, I don't like it. I'll go back to Praline. So go back to Praline. No! This is the dark one. Focus. This is Praline. Let's see. See? It was meant to be for me to make these and make a mistake with the stamping so that I could work out my coloring kinks on these instead of the final one. So it's a bit of a lighter cookie. So different shades. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with this one actually. I'm gonna be very, very careful. It's bothering me. Okay. That works out perfectly for me. I'm actually going to use some powder. So I actually use baby powder as a de-static tool. So I just put that on a brush and then I'm going to use the pen to really saturate that inside. We're gonna put the powder. Good, and that baby powder really helped, but I don't have to use a dry brush to clean any of the edges or any of the sides or anything like that. I might as well do the gold of the tassel while I'm at this stage. So here's the gold. Okay. I'm gonna use the scooper and I'm gonna drop it in some places that I've noticed have a bit of gaps in them. Do you see how, while we're here and waiting for this to set, do you see how that marker bled to the sides? See, that's what I don't like. So that happens sometimes with these studio markers. Perfect. So we have our smart cookie with the golden tassel. See? Next stage, I'm gonna cut out the paper that it's gonna go on. So initially I thought I didn't want to cut or use white paper because it's very, I don't know, it's too much of a stark difference. I might actually use just gold. Let me see, I have some gold paper. So I can either use a circle or scallop circles. Maybe a scallop circle on the inside and then a regular circle on the outside. Yep, I'm gonna die cut the... Aha! We have a problem. Okay, so I can't die cut the cookie because it'll cut the graduation cap. Okay, so fussy cut it is. This is the little cookie. I fussy cut around it. I also used an X-Acto knife to cut around that tassel, and I did it very slowly. I don't put the X-Acto knife and then drag. I just sort of like prick it, and then I'll use a tweezer to sort of loosen that piece of paper that I've cut, slowly pull it out, so that way I'm not freeing the edges of the paper. I've cut out the scalloped circle, and then I've gone ahead and I've cut out the base of this card using just a regular circle. I'm going to put a foam square to lift this up. I'm just gonna put a regular glue dot on this so that it's not out. I don't want this to be like a 3-tiered cake. I think it would be enough if this middle layer is a little bit higher, and then that's on it directly. I was looking for some type of shimmer to put here because I think it would make it look a little bit better. I have a DIY up for some shimmer spray that I made using just regular pigments and water. Why not use some watercolors? So I have this Gonzai Tambi Starry Colors set. I'll do a light gold. Just try that out a little bit. I'm going to drag it over a little. It's too gold. It's too gold. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're going to wipe. There we go. Thank God. Okay, so there you go. So it has a bit of a shimmer just so that it ties in and it makes sense putting it on that card. I'm also going to color the edges so that the white edges are not so obvious. And I'm barely letting that marker settle on the paper because again, I do not want it to saturate and bleed into the brown. So those are the edges colored in. Foam squares.
Put it here. Before.
And then just remove. Easier for me to do it with the tweezer than my fingers. Come on. Did I move it? Oh, it's the one that I moved. Drop that. So I'm going to put the cookie a little up top here so that I can put sentiment there. Okay. So tiny. Okay, I'm going to need to stand up to see this. Do not be tempted to wiggle. Okay. I mean, you can put any sentiment you want. You can do the Smart Cookie one. You could do, I mean, anything you wanted. And I think I'm going to do one in Arabic. Cut that out. Let me do like a banner. There you go. Let me put a glue dot on this. Sorry, I just need to make sure that I'm where I want to be. And then when it comes to this, I'll use a foam square. Cut it in thirds. Drop it there. And that's it. So there's the finished card. Super simple. I wouldn't even call this a card, but very simple, nice to attach. So maybe put like a ribbon or some twine, attach it to a gift, or just stick it on a gift. Nice finish, like it's a nice personal touch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If there's anything that you want me to try out, if you've seen my unboxing and there are any products that you want me to do a demo of, please just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.